Yo, what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and they, thems, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Sorry about my hair. It's getting in my face. I mean, it was always in my face, but, like, it's even more in my face because I just, recently washed and retwisted it. But, welcome back to Danganronpa, where, not that button, where we are taking Alter Ego all the way to... Oh, is Kyoko with us? I'm assuming so. Alright, well, we're taking Alter Ego all the way to the secret room for some reason. Well, we know the reason why we're taking her to him, her, them. I mean, it's technically a computer, an AI, but we're taking Alter Ego to the secret room, and I remember this because I watched the few last seconds of my last video.
Just a second. Hey.
Oh, okay, Kyoko, goddamn. And I kind of like left it off on a, not a cliffhanger, but I just left it off on a weird place just because. Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. We already starting off with the bullshit, huh? Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. Oh, okay. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then.
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Yes, because it'd be very suspicious if a girl was coming into the boys' bathroom. Yes, very, very suspicious. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. Where would a network cable be? According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Oh, I found this network cable right here. That's an Ethernet cord. Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave it the rest to me, and I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help.
So,
Please just wait a little while longer.
I'm
Just
gonna
hold.
do my best.
Okay, yeah, Alter Ego. Just hold it tight and put your faith in me. Put your faith in the light. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and the rest of us, and all the rest of us, as friends. Yes.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto. And just like that, we're done.
Makoto.
Yes, I know I could have done that in the last episode. Shut up. How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. And then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Okay then. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That was for sure. Kyoko.
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna split up.
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we?
so
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for now. Which is why Alter Ego.
correct.
All we could do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. So now what? I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Sorry, y'all. Who's ringing the my doorbell? Who ringing on my door? Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back into the real world. Who is it?
Makoto.
Oh, get out of here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. Oh no, it sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. Oh no! The music's playing, something bad happened. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry up. Vamos! Vamos, friends, vamos! Kyoko, what happened? Or, Hina, what happened? Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in a chair, like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her? Huh? I was just walking past, and I happened to notice her through the window. Through the walls. Through the sweat dripped down my... Never mind. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking and calling her name. I tried calling her name. I know. Is it mad disrespectful to have the, like, corpses... I don't even know if it's a corpse or not, but just, like... Is it mad disrespectful to have the corpses in the thumbnails? Probably. I don't know. But she wouldn't respond. So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
Ooh, we're going to force our way in. I forgot about that rule. I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Yeah, she just sleep. She's just sleep. Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. I mean, not with the background music, but that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom! In the classroom! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two, stand back. Big Mac will handle this. I took hold of the broom and swung it as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair is pretty heavy, but if I could just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Slop on my knob. Sakura! Like corn on the cob. I ran up fast to her, as fast as I could. But the moment I laid my hand on her, it was cold. Oh, damn. I mean, like... all I felt was cold death. I mean, oh. So, well, she is dead, but like... I mean, she died with a smile? I don't know, man. She looks pretty content. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of the living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Danganronpa. Who is that next to Hina? Because I know that's Hina with the...
Sakura's dead?
What?
She's really dead?
She's just asleep and very cold. She's just very cold right now and very much asleep. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. No. She's not dead. She's just very asleep and cold. Sleeping people can get cold, right? In normal temperatures. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirmed that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or reaction? Because last time with Fat Boy Fumi. Okay, yeah, I remember. With Fat Boy Fumi, when he faked his death the first time, like when he faked his death, did the announcement came on when he faked his death the first time? I don't remember. I really don't remember, obviously, but like, huh. Well, I can't justify this because she probably is dead, but like, I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and why? Why did this have to happen? Because it's Danganronpa, man. That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone! What? Oh, ogre!
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. Wipe that smirk off your face before I hate you. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you're going to say? You know, Kuya acts all smart and all, like, he acts like he's, like, just so smart and, like, that guy. But no, you're just a prick. You're just an ass.
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you, Hiro, Kuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum.
Jeez. I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
I mean, he said it. I ain't gotta say it. He said it.
Yeah.
And don't get so mad, Miss Hasina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. Big Mac is here again. There's something I want to ask you, not Makoto Naegi, I almost called Monokuma Makoto. There's something I want to ask you, Mr. Monokuma.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it wouldn't have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well, darn.
So, I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one.
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. Ugh. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for this squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then, let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it! Hina, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then. Oh, okay. Then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Kuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
What if you killed Sakura?
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anyone near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. Get pussy whipped. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in, just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why would I care? Except for my secret stash of Banyan, but only me and Big Mac know about that. Come on. Keep it silent, audience. Keep it silent. Keep
It's all
quiet.
clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body? Too far, Kuya, too far.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we could do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. I mean, what? We've had like 3 trials before this. Wait, it was Leon, Mondo, and Celeste. It's kind of hopeless hope. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to do it. You're gonna let me... It's time to investigate. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Ooh.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with a chair from the inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like 0 escapes, right?
In other words,
This is the classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of things a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever, or video games, like the one we're in right now. But could it really have happened in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanisms. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
Ooh, hold up. But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in this school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. But that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, someone could have been hiding, but like, again, that doesn't make any sense at all. They pretend to show up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe, but
It's
no.
true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
in other words,
By that, I mean there was actually an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in other novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. When you think we can cross that one off too,
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So, because the locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of the 4 seems most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Whew. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot of reading. But we're not even close to done yet because I'm gonna ride this out until we get all the investigation stuff done, and then I'll end off the episode because I'm gonna make the whole trial its own thing, and I'm gonna try and get through the trial without, you know, yeah. All right, we'll go left and right, left to right. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. Or crushes it.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So, how was the killer be able to get an upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. You doing alright, Hina?
What the heck?
We already know who did it!
I won't forgive you.
Kuya, Toko, or Hiro? It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agreed with me, right? Don't you, Makoto? Well, I mean, I kind of do, but the game won't let me, so like, well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own, but when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this was what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Oh, yeah, or Aoi's account. Hina's account. I don't call her Aoi. But the fact that she had those 3 to ask those 3 to meet her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time the place she had died. I want to be good confirm, but just what I heard with the three of them directly.
What?
Is this facts? What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? Kuya, you need to chill, man. So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped that note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Kuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Okay, Kuya's account. This is what we broke in with, right? No. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the rec room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. I like my protein too. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of alignments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Kema A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all sorts of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from that Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see that what's scattered around the can? Broken glass, yes. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue. I'm not sure how I see how. But it's a clue nonetheless. I guess the napkin left? Next, I should say. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I'm just like, this game gets draining to, talk all the damn time. Give me a minute. This looks like some kind of rapper.
Huh?
Don't get on a rapper, I'm second making it happen. That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took an entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Yeesh. Polka dot candy wrapper. Yeesh. It's very upsetting, I know. Oh, what's this behind her? There are also shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Cool. With something... Whoa! It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. What? And then blood. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? That should be all the stuff in the room, right? Nope. I also need to check her. Oh, I also need to check on Sakura. I forgot about that. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Yeah, a pawn, a rook. Yeah. A pawn, a rook, the one we found on the floor was a knight, a bishop, and a queen. Where's the king at? What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottle.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay, Monokuma bottle. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, just a little tiny bit. The Monokuma bottle sitting on a shelf. And the Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure, everything. So, I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle has the weapon. Or was the weapon, I should say. You're looking a little thin there, Sakura. You alright? Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of blow to the head. Normally, I wouldn't have a problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. I could see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So, what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries other than blow to the head and then vomit the blood. Yeah. Maybe getting on the head, vomit blood. Not a chance. Kuya,
That's fine.
however, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the why she died, the way she died. The locker's open, and there on the inside, handprints. It's a handprint.
why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left handprints and all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid it in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. That still doesn't make sense, because us three, Kyoko, Hina, and me, all witnessed or all came up. Well, we broke the door, or we didn't technically break the door, but we opened the door, so that leaves us three out. But then Toko, Fumi, Hiro, and Kuya, she still gathered all of them, and yeah, so that still doesn't make sense, because us six are still alive. But we all arrived on the crime scene basically at the same time.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey.
Think back before we opened the door. We looked inside the room, right? And it was already open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? That should be everything in this room, right? This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mounting had been tampered with. The only noticeable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, because when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string mechanism would be, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Now what? He's got a chair! The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get into the door. Inside the room, there's no evidence of that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special to do with it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. I can't being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then.
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. And then I'm assuming we're done with that once we to the two other people. Those two other people probably went back to the rooms. Wait, but nah. I was about to check the medical room, but nope. Kyoko, Taka, yeah, my boy Taka with a big ass, bushy ass eyebrows. Big Mac, Mondo, Sayaka, Kuya. I wonder if I could go into their empty rooms. Yeah. G, my bad. Junko, man, Junko was like the first body of this game. It was too bad too, because Junko was my favorite girl in this game. That was one of the people I needed to talk to, unfortunately. And after a few seconds,
Who's there?
it's me. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of a total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, Toko Fukawa makes me sick to my
I
stomach
was
too.
in such a good mood too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hallway.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had been asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Kuya already mentioned, or already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit it, I did get the notes, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Well, then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. It could be Genocide Jack that met her. Who knows? Don't they usually have? Don't they have different memories? If I remember correctly, Leon, Hiro, and Fat Boy Fumi. Oh no! It's the feds! After a few seconds,
You know?
what's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? See, I knew it, Big Mac. I knew it. As long as you kept smoking that weed, smoking that devil's lettuce, smoking that banya, I knew your third eye would awaken. And now look at you, peering into people's souls. Up top, my brother. But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Kuya and Toko to come up too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pocket. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. The candy wrapper.
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back in his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyways, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back in his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that was all to it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko, Hiro, and what next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein can we found on the ground of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? The chem lab? The doy? Why is Kuya back here? Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yes, you don't have to remember. You don't have to remind me every time something happens. Every time something happens, you have don't get in my way, Makoto. Don't get in my way. Shut up. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. I don't want to talk to this. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled on in front of the shelf? Oh, it's nothing. I have to be careful not to step in it. Well, looks like someone wasn't careful enough. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. Fuck you. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. So, I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Picasso. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the last shelf, or to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must mean...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Kuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. Did you put them down as a clue? There's a broken bottle in the front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle has a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? No, not really. I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case now. Do I have to check these individual ones? All kind of a label with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelf unit section A. But wait, there's a thing of Chem 9 in there. Or Chem C9, I should say. There's one battle labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? Probably not. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
You think studying sciences and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? I never said that.
That's fine.
The world is a lifelong loser, or the world's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelf at shelving section B. On this shelf is one look and I can tell there's nothing dangerous about these. There's nothing but dangerous chemicals. It looks like the poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with letters C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelf unit section C. I should try and find more about the shelving. It looks like it's split in 3 sections, A, B, and C. Oh. A has dietary supplements, B has regans, and C has lethal chemicals. And what Sakura was drinking was C9. Chem C9, I think, right? Sakura must have gotten protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A, there was a bottle with the label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on here. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. I should take a rec room because...
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toko and Hiro what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So, along with Kuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her, but it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more. Oh my god. Anyways, no. I want to look at the bottle first because, oh, Chem A2. I thought it said Chem C something. But somebody probably put the Chem or probably put a C Chem in the Chem A. So yeah, there's some kind of plastic container rolling around in the room. There's a protein drink and Anthony Sakura drank it. How much she loves her protein. Yeah, but it's got a label that says Chem A2, so she must have gotten it from the chem lab. See, glass.
Correct. So...
Whatever. What did she say? She said the Monokuma bottle, the shelf, and what else? I forgot. New clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Yeah, there's a king and a knight missing, but we have the knight. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards a clue, but giving you my conclusion isn't that good of an idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Yeah, gagged your ass, no answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree.
Hey.
There's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that are bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle to get into the smaller piece, would you? Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Kuya's not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Try to gather up all the glass. What juice do I have? I took a broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare the weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles still intact. Why do you want to do that? What's the point of the experiment? It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. Yeah, even. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figure inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed
So
one here and
then.
there. Okay, then let's give it a try. It's heavier. The broken pieces are heavier. How's that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Huh. What else did she say? I know it was the magazines. Did someone put it back on the way in an
Hey.
accident? If someone catches your eye, it's important for you to explore more that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Ooh, Toko. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. But Sakura doesn't have blood on her fingers, a dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of the others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. What's the last thing? What's the last thing she told me to check?
it's true.
It's totally normal. Yeah, of course it's normal to inspect a dead body. Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Yeah, sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Ooh, she has a powder on her shoes. Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
It's next to the wound to her head. Look
It's true.
carefully. Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me
it
just
would
explain.
seem-
Didn't suffer a single blow to the head, when instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, would you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Sorry, there's a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading to do.
correct.
Both her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no traces of blood
It's
on them.
true.
So she, yeah, as I was saying, she definitely didn't write the Toko down. I can't believe she was able to learn that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko would have pulled that off. Is it time?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping.
Oh.
Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake.
Yeah, me too,
Should I
Monokuma.
do it? Is it okay?
Do it.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red...
Yes. We know, Monokuma. We know. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Oh God, the infamous red door. So we're gonna end it off right there. I know. Why you gotta cook us at the almost trial time? We go next video. Well, of course, obviously, next video we're gonna go through the trial and all that. But I'm gonna try and get through the whole trial, not like skip out on anything, be tired like that. I'm gonna try and go through it 100%. Okay? So we just gotta stick in there. Y'all ready? Because I am. But that's for next episode. Anyways, that concludes the show, ladies, gentlemen, and ladies. Till next time, peace out.